What is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another video, man. As you can tell by the title and thumbnail, I'm going to be talking about two methods to do when you're going about dropping your brand. So the two methods are prepaid and pre-orders. I personally done both. I'm gonna tell you guys like advantages and disadvantages of both, and like just some of the things I went through. So boom, first one, let's start with pre-orders, bro. So if you go the pre-order method, I would suggest it if you have zero funds, bro. Like if you have zero cash, it's basically for you to get funding for your drop. Process of running a pre-order is you get your design and you basically post it and you promote it and you open it to sales. The idea is people will see that, oh, okay, they like it and they're gonna buy it and they pre-order it. You take however much you make from sales and you pretty much use that money to pay for your bulk, and then you just ship it out after production is done. That is the most simplest way I can put it. But I will talk about some of the issues and some of the advantages. Advantages is that you kind of start from zero. You don't need money to really run a pre-order. It kind of just happens if you make sales. But that also ties into the disadvantages of running a pre-order is that, I'm sure most of you guys know, but for those who don't know, you order anything from a manufacturer, they're gonna have a minimum of certain amount of items. Like for example, right, let's say you find a manufacturer and the one you want to do does 10, right? You need to order 10 for them to produce it and go about their business. It's never 10, it's never that low, but it's just for an example. You run a pre-order and like let's say you make 2 sales and you don't make any more sales. Because you don't make any more sales, you still have to like produce for those 2 customers that paid for like a shirt, a hoodie, whatever, right? So you end up spending money anyways. It's just less money, but when people talk about pre-orders, it's like looked upon as a cheat code to start from zero, which is never the case. And it's only the case if you make enough sales for your bulk order. But the only reason why it worked for me is because me and Ephraim, we managed to make enough sales for us to put in the gap, right? So we made this X amount of sales and we're like, okay, this is really good. So we have enough funds to pay the rest of whatever our bulk order was. Another thing is that it's going to take a long time to make. I don't know how fast your manufacturers are. Each of them are different. They have different shipping times, different production times, but I'm gonna say a minimum of a month. I personally don't know any manufacturer that could produce that fast, to be honest, but I'm just gonna say minimum month more, and that's just more time your customers are waiting to get their stuff. And especially when you're just coming up and you're just building your stuff, people gonna feel like they got scammed. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. So that's also another like disadvantage of a pre-order. But moving on to the other one, now we're getting to the prepaid. And prepaid is basically you pay your manufacturer and then your manufacturer produces your product, and then after your product is finished and you receive it, you then reveal it, you then show. And this is the method I've been doing ever since my first drop. So right now with Mercy of the Soul, I'm just trying to get my products out there faster. I'm still going through the growing pains, but compared to the first drop, I definitely got my products to my customers a lot faster. So I got a little sidetracked, but an advantage of prepaid is that you get it to your customers faster and they're like, oh shit, like it's not a scam, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep buying more because it's arriving like at a good amount of time, like 1, 2, 3 weeks, month, maybe. To be honest, the only disadvantage is that it's upfront money, you know what I'm saying? And I obviously talked about how you should go about working with manufacturing and stuff like that in like my previous, I don't know what video. I did talk about that, but it's still upfront money, you still got to pay a certain amount to start the production and start bulk. But in my opinion, the ideal start is to do exactly what I did. I ran a pre-order for my first drop and then I did a prepaid for every other drop. That's just how I did things, and I think it's just more convenient that way and it just works for me. But those are 2 ways. I hope I didn't complicate the way I was explaining anything. I'm just trying to get the information out to you guys. But yeah, man, that's basically it. Like, subscribe, do whatever you gotta do. It's the VillaVinh channel and I'm out. Gang.